What is logical connective? Symbolic logic is the study of some aspect and relationship of natural language using symbols. Statement and connective are the two main components of symbolic logic.
So for logical connective, there is a statement and there is two type of statement, which is just a statement and also a primitive statement. So from the statement is a declarative sentence that is either true or false. For example, today is raining. So for the primitive statement only consists of a statement in which it has one subject and one predicate. So from primitive statement, we can combining two or more primitive statement using connectives to create a compound statement. So there is five types of logical connective that we can use for primitive statement to create a compound statement. For the first one is conjunction and, the second one is disjunction or, the third one conditional if then, the fourth one biconditional if and only if, and the last one is negation not. So this is the symbolic form of the logical connectives for the conjunction and P and Q, for the disjunction or P or Q, and for the conditional if P then Q, P arrows Q, the arrows is called as implies, so P implies Q, and biconditional if P if and only if Q, so P two arrows here and Q, and negation not P or not Q, there is a not in front of the P or Q. So for the truth value and the truth table for negation not, if P is 0 then not P is 1, and P and if P is 1 then not P is 0.
Next is conjunction and disjunction or. For conjunction, and if P is true and Q is false, then P and Q is true. Otherwise, P and Q is false. So the truth value for P and Q is P0011, Q is 0101, P and Q is 0001. Why for disjunction or if P is true or Q is true or both P and Q are true, then P or Q is true. Otherwise, P or Q is false. Truth value for disjunction or is P0011, Q is 0101, so P or Q is 0111. So for the last one, we have conditional if, then, and biconditional if and only if. So if, then, if P is true and Q is false, then the conditional P implies Q is false. Otherwise, P implies Q is true. So the truth value for P implies Q is P is 0011, Q is 0101, P implies Q is 1101. For if and only if P and Q have the same truth value and is true. If P and Q have the opposite truth value, then it's false. For the truth value P biconditional, Q is P 0011, Q is 0101. So P if and only if Q is 1001. Let's we move on to the example 1. Each of the following statement is true. Rania is a clever student. Shaza or V likes to play badminton. If Shaza likes to play badminton, then V is not a clever student. Determine the truth value of the following statements. First one, V is like to play badminton. 2. Shaza likes to play badminton if and only if Rania is a clever student. Okay, for the step 1, Rania is a clever student. Shaza or V likes to play badminton. If Shaza likes to play badminton, then V is not a clever student. For the statement P, Rania is a clever student. Q. Shaza likes to play badminton. And R. V likes to play badminton. Step 2. For the statement, we convert into the symbols. So P for the first one, and the second one is Q or R. The third one is Q implies not P. So the last step is truth table. So the true value for P is 1. True value for Q or R is 1. Q implies not P is 1. True value for Q is 0. True value for R is 1. So true value for not P is the opposite of the true value for P is 0. So we can determine for this statement is Q if and only if not P is 1. So V likes to play badminton is true. And second one, Shaza likes to play badminton if and only if Rania is a clever student. Also true.
For example 2, each of the following statement is false. If Sadatul gets high marks in the exam, then Liana does as well. Liana does not get high marks if and only if Dini gets high marks. Determine the true value of the following statements. 1. Sadatul gets high marks. 2nd, Dini gets high marks. So I will show you guys how to answer this question. So for step 1, from the statement, if Saidatul gets high marks in the exam, then Liana does as well. Liana does not get high marks if and only if Dini gets high marks. So we can consider that P as Saidatul gets high marks in the exam, Q as Liana gets high marks in the exam, and R, Dini gets high marks in the exam. So from the step 2, we can see that we are using logical connectives that I explained at, at first. So P implies Q as if Sadatul gets high marks in the exam, then Liana does as well. And not P by conditional Q. From this statement, Liana does not get high marks if and only if Dini gets high marks. So from the step 3, we can we can know that all the statements are false, so P implies Q are false and not P by conditional Q also false. So uh, this is the answer for the PQR and not P. So Sadato gets high marks true, Dini gets high marks true.